focus on the red.
All right, okay. So Fireflux have decided, since they dropped game number 1, let's jump on towards that blue side. Let's predetermine what lanes have priority. And if it goes to Rosa, you know what to expect. So let's see, are they going to follow up with that Lilia ban in the first phase here for the side of Blacklist International? No, they get rid of the Nolan. Let's see, it's still up in the air.
I think Blacklist, high chance, or they just keep it as they did. They ban out the Fanny. But I think there's a high chance we see the Lilia banned out. But then they might play it the smart way because, yes, you get the Lilia, but we can still put Yue on the Valentino, which Yue is just a monster on it right now. It's something we've been seeing back and forth. Just like RENEJAY is a monster on the Matilda, Yue, they're just letting him unleash on that.
Yep, do note, it was the last game wherein we saw Fireflux ban out the Lilia. And nope, that's it. This is a telltale sign that we're going to be seeing either the Lilia or the Guinevere. One of them are left open. One of them are going to be traded out for.
It's, you know, pick your poison right now. Pick your poison. And I love the style here from both sides, you know. Let's see what Blacklist International is going to do. Because if you are on red side, usually you can't just leave it all open.
Okay, so hear me out. They pick up the Lilia. They give up the Gwenny. But they've already banned the Diggy.
Okay.
So we see the Tigreal come in as a response.
Oh.
And I think it just... That's what they want. They want big set. They're already kind of... I feel like they're kind of showing their cards right now. Banning out the Diggy, but there goes the Gwenny.
Oh, okay. Gwenny is happening. Okay, first pick is going to happen. Come on. Let's see the roll. Let's see the roll.
Hey!
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Wait, is that a 10?
Time to go to the RT show.
Is there more?
Wait, is that Mr. Ray Ash?
Yeah, that is Mr. Ray Ash with Reptar up on that stage. Oh, this is the important one.
What is it?
Yes,
that my girl?
Got the Ruby.
It is.
Ruby's my favorite.
Oh, that's
I just got the Ruby the other day.
That's a great aspirant skin. Good job, Mr. Ray Ash. And now we come back into the draft. Obviously, first pick coming into the Lilia, as expected. But Blacklist International, how do they respond? Personally, for me, I'm hoping to see RENEJAY on something with a little bit of suppression. You know what I'm talking about? Either the Kaja, maybe even a Franco early on. Lock it down, take it out.
Yeah, Franco's a difficult pickup. But I do see the possibility for a Kaja. They're not picking up the roamer just yet. They are investing in their front lines, and I would not be surprised if this was all of it. If indeed their roamer would be a support or utility, this is it. I think maybe a Minotaur would be overkill. But it's not out of the picture, actually.
It really isn't.
Minotaur Tigreal is still out there, too.
That's true.
I think we see the Tigreal.
Go back.
Okay. Good calls coming in from Trex. Let's see one more for the side of
EXP
Fireflux.
lane?
Oh, EXP
Or gold lane? Maybe they lock in the Bruno again here?
Bruno's still out there.
Bruno's still out there. I think you just pick it up again, right?
But with a lineup like this, you don't mind going Brody.
That's true, especially with the set potential from Tigreal and everything. You just hit everybody.
Free stacks.
Yeah.
Stacks spawn stacks.
I love stacks.
2 seconds.
Stacks for everybody.
My way or the highway.
Oh, all right.
That's so interesting.
This feels
Preluding?
Yes, this feels preeminent, man. I don't know.
Boys, this is one of those hard read situations for the side of Fireflux. It's like, I dare you, pick the Brody up, pick the Bruno up, try me one more time. But Blacklist International, now they're not gonna go for what we've seen people pair up against this Lilia in terms of the farmers. Take it.
So does this help them? That means they don't have to ban the Bruno. They don't have to ban those things.
They'll fight against it.
I'm just saying, like, now maybe that's just like, well, we just don't have to ban that now.
I mean, let's also,
save some bans for something else.
Is there a... this is one of the few moments where I hope I can make eye contact with Shadow Analyst or even Wolf, one or the other.
Why Wolf? Why are you saying those two names together?
Because he made the call on the Harith down by gold side the last time. And I'm thinking about how they're going to start bursting people down. I'm thinking about mobility. How do you kind of space yourself in a way away from this Tigreal, yet still be able to make it out of that full barrage?
Yeah, so the Harith, right? You turn the full barrage on its head and you hit him with a break-dancing little Leonin, right? Make that Zaman force, that cardboard box, and yeah. I get it. I'm with it. And they're setting up for it. Again, not only are they trying to choke out junglers, they're taking out possible answers to the Harith because of what sucks more than a Poissons right where you set your cardboard box.
I couldn't hold it in for that one.
Makes sense, right?
Makes total sense.
The imagery is spot on.
Yeah. Just And they're both dancing in it. They're both dancing in the Zaman
That's
Force.
right.
You got like the purple streamer lights.
Yes.
You got the Zaman Force lights.
Yes.
It's a freaking party in there.
It is a party. Ooh, Blacklist International decide to get rid of the X-Borg. I can definitely understand where the Boxia is coming from, but the X-Borg as well, it seems very, very clear that they want to make sure that this time, Edward, he's going to be playing an integral part to actually separate the front to back if you do see Apex 47 make a huge engage.
What if they ban the Harith here and just super big brain this?
Oh, it might be hard because still, again, the traditional matchups are still up in the air.
Yeah, would you do that? Would you try to play with that fact that
Wherever I go,
the Bruno is still out there, even with the Harris? So they say never mind.
Axia plays well against the Bruno, doesn't it?
It does, but if you...
But it's still Oheb.
Yeah, it's still OM. It's a situation with the carriers earlier.
Okay.
Well, they're risking it. They're risking it for the biscuit right now.
I think I'm gonna make a hard call here. I'm expecting to see the Beatrix this time around because we got some pretty good setters.
He has that too.
Exactly. He's got pretty good setters on his side. And if UA wants to get real funky with it to try and go for an implosion play, that could also work too.
All right, not to mention we don't know what RENEJAY is playing. I'd say, yeah, no, doesn't matter. It's very weird that we go to the second phase when both teams got what they want already.
Is this going to be the Estes game?
This will be
going to be the
interesting.
Estes game?
I mean, they could if they want to, but
It still could be.
It still could be. For Leo.
oh boy. Now I don't know how to feel about this overall, right? I was expecting a certain type of goal laner to start coming out, but somebody who is short range, somebody who struggles to trade against the Ixia as well. I'm not 100% on board with it just yet, but let's keep in mind, it scales really well.
Yeah, I think the play here is you avoid that matchup as much as possible. You go through the laning phase, play it as fragilely, as carefully as possible, and then you go from there, and then you dodge it. Because again, between the Ixia and the carry is what we call in the business a right-click hero. It's an auto-attack based hero, right? Compared to Ixia, who needs to play these spells, she's very similar to Brody. So, with that said, oh no, here's a Burmese Goose special.
Oh, dude,
And the Turkish Delight, baby.
The Turkish Delight, the Fireflux special,
This is the layers.
PNZ.
This is a great comp coming out from Fireflux, right? It's so dedicated. They're filling up the holes here, right? Oh, Ixia, well, let's combo it with Tigreal initially. We've got great peel coming in from Lilia. Oh, let's add some more peel with the glue. Let's being able to pull people out of position. Oh, they're too low. They survived the combo. Send in TNZ.
The Turkish Delight is a layered dessert, you know? It's many layers, and that's what Fireflux is bringing here.
It? I need to look it up. I need to look it up.
I don't know. I'm saying it is. The Turkish Delight is a very layered dessert, and that's what Fireflux. Don't Google it.
Whoa. Oh, that's it. They're going to send over the Hitman to bother TNZ, make his Leomord pick null and void. Hell, even Sunshine's going to have trouble.
Yes.
You think you're fine planning yourself with the full barrage? No, sir. There is a rabid Hilda out in the bushes waiting to smack you silly.
Hilda Hitman.
The Hilda Hitman.
Hildman.
Now, the scary part about this is, let's imagine this. The full barrage comes out, Hitman runs immediately after you. As long as he staggers the Ixia, again, the full barrage is only 4 seconds long. If you can stagger it and only get a couple of shots out, or maybe even, well, dodge the Smart Helix, you have an opportunity. You have an opening.
That's right. But then again, the numbers will see what Fireflux is playing with, and again, conceptually, this is very similar to how they made a lineup that beat Blacklist International in the group stage. This is reminiscent of that Leomord lineup that they had in Game 1. So now, going into the knockouts, we'll see what kind of lessons Blacklist have learned and how they're going to be able to deploy.
All right, everybody, coming into game number 2. Blacklist holding the lead 1-0 right now. Can Fireflux upset Destiny?
It's going to be Fireflux on the blue side this time, up against Blacklist International, now on the red. I want to see how the tempo is going to be broken, right? Because I think that's going to be by far the most important part of this entire strategy. Because once we see Fireflux online playing as 5, it's a problem. And RENEJAY, don't tell me he's going to give first blood again.
Nope, he's fine. He's still holding on to the Purify. And by holding on to the Purify, it just shows that he's going to be playing with his mechanics. He's going to be playing with instinct. Because between the CC on Apex, between the CC on Sunshine when he procs his skills, nothing can stop him. So he can just as quickly run into a bush, and he's okay.
You're sounding more and more super shark pilled here. The man's going with the sprint. He wants to be fast. He wants to be quick. Oh, no.
Nice knock up, immobilized. A lot of damage on RENEJAY there. RENEJAY.
What we say? Ka-chow!
Ka-chow!
I will say this, Apex 47 is going to be walking in the park with RENEJAY, I feel like, this whole game. They're just holding hands. He's going to try to keep him next to him, keep eyes on him. But wait a second, a little bit of damage on Sensui here. TNZ going to try to unload Rosa there as well. Sensui goes down. First blood.
All right, that one, not so ka-chow. Because again, you're not going to get any defensive or regenerative properties when you go into a bush. So Fireflux knows that. Fireflux leaned hard on Sensui, and this is not a good position. I have to be honest, Blacks International are in trouble. If RENEJAY dies early, that's fine. But if it's Sensui, oh no, he's going to have a hard time even getting this first turtle.
Yeah, and this is just a punish because we did see Sensui use his retribution early, and that was relayed to TNZ. And now, I mean, no, he should be fine, right? He doesn't have a sprint, but oh, wait a minute. He is kind of low, though.
Oh! Is that two? Two for TNZ?
Yes, 2 for TNZ. RENEJAY timed out his passive. You see how it took a while for his bush to actually give him the shield and the HP regen? And there you go. That might have been something that they could have better coordinated, but something tells me it's for the macro play. He actually delayed TNZ. This might actually be a 50-50 turtle.
We'll see how 50-50 it really is going to be, right? Because at the end of the day, one of the few things I'm concerned is when I see a Leomord with kills, with money, in a matter of fact, the faster he scales, the more you don't want to be below 50% HP.
That's the Oathkeeper for you.
Look at RENEJAY here, trying to find a way into the back, maybe try to lock onto Rosa during this fight. TNZ as well. Here comes the Steed, though. TNZ can unload a little bit of damage, but Alien able to lock him up. TNZ takes a turtle. That should be all they need, but they want to go for more. Taking down Edward.
Oh, no.
Sensui brings out the Appraisal Wrath, pulled back in. Grab, slam, and taken out. Sensui going to be off. It's a 2 for 0 plus a turtle in favor of Fireflux.
Okay, something tells me even Sensui was thinking twice about that. As soon as he died at level 3, folks, even before the turtle spawned, Apex in trouble. All right. He should have gone into ADP mode, anti-disaster protocol. But he was playing with fate. He was saying, you know what, maybe we can go 50-50. And look what happened.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you got to give it to Alien. That was a great set by him to allow Apex to get in there with a clean implosion once you get the slam down. But let's look at the hero counters so far, because this is the matchup that, you know, we're seeing more recently other than just the Faramis. In theoretical win rate, 53% in favor of Lily in comparison to the 46% leading into Valentina.
Ooh, Apex 47 does get the stun and the knock up onto 2, but Apex 47's going to pay for it. Sensui picking up the kill, but TNZ finds RENEJAY, finds Rosa. It's 2 for 1 right now, but TNZ wants to stop that, picks up a double kill. He's 4-0-1 right now. Not where you want to see a Leomord.
TNZ's eating good, and that is an understatement. This is exactly where you want to be as a Leomord early on. You see, he built his Hunter Strike, and he is #1 gold earner in the game. Under 5 minutes. Only Oheb coming in at second. Now, with that said, how good is this glue? I have to say,
good.
The glue just draws people and puts them where exactly Apex wants them, especially for Rosa and TNZ to clean up. You're not even seeing Sunshine yet.
And all this because, hey, you did pick up Farmers. That's fine with me. I can get away with this. This is one of the few picks that you need to be worried about as the dive is going to occur on top side.
Oh, look at Rosa. Oheb tries to get away, but flickers right into TNZ and Apex 47 there. Gonna go down. Another kill into the hands of Fireflux.
And KL1 got isolated so bad. There's nothing that RENEJAY can do anyways. He was just gonna check in on him where he was. And now they're in trouble.
Ooh. RENEJAY. Oh, gonna get knocked up. I don't think there's an escape here. Doesn't have to sprint. Taking a little bit too much damage. TNZ finds it. They give up Turtle there, but I think it's a very good trade for Fireflux.
Yeah, I mean, 2 more seconds is all RENEJAY needed to buy time for so that the rest of the team can actually get in on the action. Well, speaking of action, Alien is able to kind of rotate from that top side. It's a bit difficult, right, in the Trizla matchup. Now, real questions here. I'm curious on your opinions of this. This goes for you, Trex, and even for Leo. Who do you prefer eating good, TNZ or Rosa?
Leo?
I would like for TNZ to eat good. because Rosa is okay. We've seen Rosa play this Lilia like a janitor, like doing the dirty work, right? Making sure that vision is good, spacing is good, zoning is good. So Rosa needs very little items. For Leomord is out of the meta, so you need as much items on him. I'd say this is worse for Blacklist.
And Tienzi's eating so good right now that Rosa's perfectly okay with the scraps that are dropped down. There's food for everybody in Fireflux right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's evident with the 2.4K lead that they've developed for themselves. 8-2 is the current kill score, and RENEJAY willing to run underneath the tower to get the heck out of there. Now, Oheb, the oppression is starting to be applied onto him because I think Fireflux have recognized that, okay, it's now that we've kind of dominated the early game, let's stop their late game scaling.
I love how Oheb, you're going to switch lanes? Okay, we'll just send 4 people down that way then. Now, Blacklist is onto it though. Alien able to get stun on Yue there. Alien should be okay here, but RENEJAY might not be okay. Tienzi putting some nice damage down. All it takes is one more hit, but he wants to catch the steed. He's going to re-engage onto the onto the purple buff side, though. Alien taking a little bit too much damage. Oheb able to finally put a kill on the map, and the full barrage comes out, and Sensui's taken out. A godlike kill for Tienzi. Blacklist still against the wall.
You could have sworn Tienzi's sword was about 10 feet long. The way he was just poking out, almost taking down Edward, almost killing Oheb. If not only those members of Blacklist committed their flicker, that could have been disastrous. It already is.
Rosa under the tower still dealing with Yue, getting revenge from game 1. Sunshine and RENEJAY as well, and still, that was our first time seeing Sunshine so far.
And so far, so good, right? I mean, everything is working in favor of Fireflux's esports. This draft is so nasty. All the holes seem to be covered here.
Again, it's shades to what happened just a few nights ago in the group stage, wherein they took down Blacks International, set the tempo, went for the sweep, and became #1 in the seeds in their group. Now, something to note, look at RENEJAY. His main thing right now, since they're not ahead, is just to clear bushes and make sure that they know exactly where the members of Fireflux are, so Blacklist can continue trying to claw back into a favorable position. There's very little that RENEJAY can do to protect Oheb, very little he can do to actually set up team fights, and that might be problematic.
How far can they push it, really, right? I mean, like all elastic bands, there's a tension where eventually it's going to snap. And what is that breaking point that we're seeing for either side? Like, I think for Blacklist International, a 2.8K lead, as long as it stays there, sure, it kind of sucks, but at the end of the day, we'll get to where we need to be. In comparison to Fireflux, who is just like, I want to break you. I need to snap you soon and fast.
I don't know, but Fireflux does have some late game potential with Rosa, with Sunshine, with Alien. We've already seen him do some crazy things. Tienzi is, yes, the bully in the beginning, but he's got some backup for the late game still.
That's the thing. Tienzi is only doing what he's doing because the cores from Fireflux are actually serving it up. Rosa's dealing a lot of damage. Again, 7 assists already. Almost 95% KP.
Edward kind of misses there. Apex gonna get pulled in, but he's okay. Blacklist, though, might want to try to capitalize on this. Decide not to, back off, play it safe. We got 30 seconds till the Lord, and as long as we can gain some control on the map, it's okay.
All right, back to what I was saying, right? Tienzi's only doing this because Fireflux are in sync. Fireflux are forcing fights. If Blacklist is able to deny these fights, then it's going to slow down to a crawl. It's going to go down to 1,000 ahead, 500 ahead, and then eventually it's going to be okay. Because Oheb right now is actually ahead from Sunshine. So it's not like the carry's not getting farm.
Look at that damage, though. Oh, he still wants to pull him, but no backup there. Now comes the full barrage. The backup is there. I'm wrong. And Yue's taken out. Tienzi now picks up the steed, picks up his ride. He's going to try to ram down on a RENEJAY here. RENEJAY on the run in his jungle. Is Tienzi going to be able to catch him? A little bit of back and forth, but it's not enough. Tienzi with a legendary kill.
Dude, I don't know about this one. It's starting to look really bad. Like, Alien should be okay here, but it's starting to look real bad for Blacklist International, right? Not in the sense that they are, trying to recover from the damage being applied to them, but at what point, the way that their tempo breaking isn't very profitable.
Yep, you're talking about the rubber band and the snap happening. If anything, it's on Blacklist. Once RENEJAY's antics are solved, then he's just but a nuisance. He's just a little tick on the back of Fireflux's giant saber tooth. And they are indeed the predators here. Blacklist their prey.
All right, Tienzi able to take the Lord. They do get the stun on the Sensui as well. Sensui try to contest for, but now he has to try to escape. The full barrage comes out. Oheb taking way too much damage. They know they got to hit and run right there. Fireflux taking control.
You see that? Alien took a good 5 seconds worth of carries, basic attacks. You just don't do that. Glue is built diff now.
It's just so annoying to deal with the split specifically, right? It guarantees you time, and that's something that, unfortunately, Blacklist International don't have.
Look at Rosa, just a bully right now. Does fall back in. Hold on. Has to pop the Purify. Goes down. RENEJAY finally able to pick up a hit for himself. But now he's going to get taken out himself. Alien able to get the implosion. I mean, Apex able to get the implosion. Oheb finds Alien, though. It's 2 for 1. Blacklist finally coming out on top in a fight, but the Lord is still coming.
That's the first economic win for Blacklist in this whole game so far. I'd say they've been trading downwards all the way, and it's not like it came for free, right? In the moment it did, but they lost out bad. Bottom lane, top lane, they need to make more of the map back, and they can only do that via RENEJAY. So RENEJAY isn't out of the picture just yet.
He's not calling it quits just yet. So far, when I'm looking at the items, right, man, once TNC gets that Blade of Despair, it is going to be really, really rough for them, because so far Rosa, at this point, every item is just an extra surplus, because so he's been bullying them. He's been slowing them down with his Ice Queen's wand. He's got the damage to do so. With the new changes to the Lightning Truncheon, it's even more difficult to actually keep up with his pace, the movement, the footwork from Rosa.
And that's why Lily is such a meta hero right now. Look at Blacklist International's lineup. They all need to be of a certain proximity. They need to be at least mid or close range to deal the damage. How do you do that without walking into glooms? How do you do that without walking into shadow energies? Look at what Lily is doing right now. Rosa is a menace.
Rosa the Menace, a.k.a. Thorn Queen, a.k.a. Bully. Rosa's going to keep him at bay here. Fireflux at this point, I mean, they feel good about it. They can just hang out. They can kind of stall lanes a little bit. They don't have to force anymore, I feel.
I agree with you with that, On Track, because I think that at this point of time, the question is, how do you break the camel's back, right? You're not looking to maim it no longer. You're really looking to break it. The only way is if you're going to have a full team fight and you're looking for the damage alongside of 3, ideally 5 kills, but 3 to 4 is doable.
Apex looking for somebody here. Steve comes out. Edward is there, though. Watch out for the penalty zone. TNZ and Apex 47 don't care about it. They're going to hang out, they're going to go for it, chase down RENEJAY, but here comes Yue, Sensui, and Oheb. They're ready to fight. Fireflux decides to disengage.
Okay, all right. Failed engages like that are small wins for Blacklist. They should count their blessings. The fact that Fireflux committed a Phantom Steed to actually force out response from Blacklist, and what they got from Blacklist was just a sprint, means Fireflux are setting up this Lord. Fireflux are making sure that if they won that fight up top in the long lane, this would have been over by the time they got this second Lord. Now, Blacks International, they know that Fireflux are still looking to pick up the pace. It's very far from 50-50. The 5K gold deal would say otherwise. 14 minutes in, I'm wondering what Yue is looking at, because Yue, between him and Oheb, I think Yue is the more reliable source of damage.
I think Yue, he's looking to drag this game out. The only way to do that is if they secure this upcoming Lord. So I think he's trying to get on top of TNT personally, or at least apply the Terrify so that Sensui can go in for a clean steal.
Here's the thing, Yue has that implosion, right? But the way that Fireflux is positioning himself, they don't, I feel like he doesn't have as many openings as Apex 47 does. Apex 47 does still have it. I'm waiting for him to blow it out. Alien gonna get taunted up from Sensui, but a lot of damage onto Edward. Edward tries to pop the penalty zone, but it's not enough. The full barrage comes out, and he's unloading onto Sensui. RENEJAY gonna be next. It's 4-man wipeout, a killing spree for Sunshine, and Fireflux aren't even gonna go for the Lord. They're gonna run it down the mid lane.
Yeah, the call is endable. It's just Oheb left to defend. And looking at the minimap a little longer than I should have, they were setting up for the cleanup with Oheb. It just didn't happen.
Oh, Oheb, speaking of cleanup, might just get cleaned up. They able to flicker away, though, over to safety, but the minions are still coming. Can he 1v5? I think it's a little too much to ask right now. Flux Esports take game 2.
GG, they even up the score 1-1 in this best of 5, and wow. Well, again, what a composition. Something to consider as they move on into game number 3. They gotta either ban that glue out or maybe consider just picking up a farmist to a certain degree.
Fireflux is fast. That seems to be where they succeed. That's where they excel. And here in this lineup, again, shades of that game 1 draft from the group stage.